Hello, this is Julie. Welcome to the Thrifty Paper Garden. Yesterday I went to a church garage sale, and as some of you know, I love my church garage sales. And I also wanted to mention that last night we had our first frost. Yes. It is the middle of September and we've already had our first frost. It has been a crazy year. So last night my husband and I were outside covering up the garden, and then I was outside this morning uncovering it to let the sun beat down on the plants to get hopefully a few more weeks of harvest. But back to the garage sale. And again, like I've said before, I love church garage sales because for the most part, they have things one price for all the clothes, with a few exceptions, and a lot of the things are just really well priced. And so I found a few things. Now this is a bingo game probably from the 60s or 70s, and it has a few useful parts. It has the wonderful bingo cards that are quite heavy cardstock, some plain pieces, and the markers. None of the wood markers have the letters or numbers on it. But then I saw this neat board, and I thought, man, that would be fun to alter for somebody's game room. And then I got another surprise. There are two of them. And so I thought that was an excellent deal for all those pieces that I can use and alter. And then I found these little angel picks, kind of Victorian looking. And this package is unopened from 1984. So I'll have fun using those. And then I found this. And I was thinking about if this could somehow be made or reproduced with clay, making it a mold. So I'm going to play around and see if I can figure out some way to use clay and make reproductions of this. So stay tuned for that. And I usually don't find bags of junk jewelry, but I think the bag said no backs on these earrings, so people thought they were worthless. So I got a bag full of flower centers that I can use. This wonderful bracelet with the flowers in it. It's a cute little angel pin that has teacher-themed items on there. And my daughter started her first week of school, and she said she loves it and she can't believe she's being paid for it. So praise the Lord for that. And then this wonderful bag, just chock full of trims and lace. This is what I love to find. There's always some treasures in there. And then I found this shirt. And again, if any of you have watched me for any period of time, you know I look at clothing with a different thought in mind, but look at these fun beaded ladybugs. So for the price I paid, I thought it would be worth seeing if I could cut these out to repurpose them. And of course, we always can use buttons. So that was a fun thing to find. And okay, I confess, I lived in the day and age when this was a cute little bathroom accessory. But, of course, the reason I bought it were these hangers. And you can hang your canvas wall hangings off of them. And again, for the price, it was a steal. So those were in high style at one time in my life. And with summer winding down, and I've always said I would like to sell things on eBay. And I know Heather at the Paper Castle, she sells lots of mugs through eBay. So I thought that was a pretty one. And there's this cup. I don't know if it's worth anything, but I just thought it was kind of a neat piece, and if it doesn't sell, I'm sure I could find somebody that would enjoy it. And it's a big mug. It would be good for soup as well. And then I found some linens. Several napkins. And this actually had 4 napkins, and then it's either a small tablecloth or a table runner that's matching. And I found some fabric. And this is just really pretty, and it has like a quilting look to it, and it is a little bit thicker than your average fabric. So I don't know if I'd make a cloth bag out of that, or I'm not quite sure, but it was pretty. And this fabric kind of speaks like the 60s or 70s to me, and these little pieces are fuzzy, so they have some texture to it. Just a real pretty, I don't know if I'd cut up the flowers and use it as a trim, but it was intriguing to me. And then I found this bag of chenille. Now I'm not quite sure what people are doing with it, but you know, I do follow some trends and gotta have it's, and people have been finding chenille, and so I grabbed it up. Now I just gotta figure out what everybody's doing with it. And I found another cute purse to hang off my life-size mannequin in my craft room. And this is not old by any means, but just really cute and quaint. And then I found this DocuBind presentation covers, kind of like the Zetter Bind It All or the Cinch, but these covers are quite thick, and I tried tearing it and it would not tear. So that would be very good for a sturdy mini album cover, or various projects like that. So that was quite inexpensive for all these pieces of very good quality covers. And then I found this decorative handmade papers. And they've got a nice texture to them. So those would be fun to use. And I did go to Tuesday morning because people were finding shiny, glimmery paper. And I didn't find any of that, but I did find this. And this is the Tim Holtz Laboratory. Now, I don't do Halloween, but I am a laboratorian. My father was a chemist, and it just has some interesting images. Look at those old guys. Skeletons. I love this picture of the people in the laboratory. And so I thought that would be nice to use and possibly do an album of my father's career. I have some pictures of him, but just some neat periodic table. Had to learn that in college. So just kind of a, oops, it just fell apart. And then I went to a store called Gordman's. I don't know if that's just regional, but they're kind of like a TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and oftentimes they have lots of stuff on clearance and then an additional amount off on clearance. But I had seen these paper placemats, and they are 18 by 12 and a half inches, and they are fairly nice paper, kind of like a light cardstock, but I thought those would be very handy. And I like to make paper bags, and this would make a fun big paper bag. And so I found this one, and each one has 40 pieces. And then I found this nice one, kind of floral, and I was surprised to find out that it was by, if you can see that, it says Tim Coffee. So it looks very much his style. So those are a few of the things that I have found lately. I do have a few more things that I'll come back later. So thanks so much for stopping by. We'll talk to you later. Bye.